Welcome back to my channel. My name is Blair, and today we're gonna do like a mid-year check-in on my goals. Kind of been dreading this because I don't know how much I've actually done since the last time we talked about it. I will share a little bit of it here on the screen. But just to talk through it, we're gonna start with faith. So the last two things I had on my faith one was to attend church 2 on 1 off. I've been doing good with it. It's not really been 2 on 1 off. I might go 3 or 4 times in a row and then have a couple Sundays where I didn't, depending on what's going on. So I would say I'm on track with that one though. Volunteer once a month, definitely on track with that. I'm actually going on Monday to do July's volunteering. So on the faith one, I'm definitely on track. And then for health, so physical checkup with the primary doctor. I actually did this week. Didn't exactly go the way I was hoping. I thought everything would be fine. The biggest thing was making sure I had my moles checked to make sure I didn't need to go see like a dermatologist for skin cancer purposes, but he said all my moles were fine. He did a lot of extensive blood work, and there were some things on the blood work that I saw yesterday that I'm sure we're gonna have to address. The only other 3 things that were left on it, on my health goals, was to work out daily, which I definitely have been very consistent with that. I don't wanna say daily anymore because I still need a rest day. So I've been taking like 1 day off a week, usually Sundays, give my body a break because I keep having issues with like plantar fasciitis, and I'm pretty sure I have like Achilles tendonitis going on lately, but that's been manageable. It hasn't been like so bad that I'm like, no. Add strength training twice a week. I've been doing some form of weights twice a week for the most part. The daily workouts that I've been doing, I've been putting ankle weights on my wrist, so I kind of count that, but then I throw in a couple days where I'm using dumbbells to do like an arm workout. So definitely consistent. I will say I'm on the right track. And then the other thing working on was 100 grams of protein daily. Now, yes, I've gotten really good about doing it. I will say on the weekends I definitely don't, but Monday through Friday I'm usually right on track with above 100 lately. So gonna keep an eye on working on that. I'm gonna bypass the money for a minute. Life. So my goals for life was to do 2 get-togethers, like a dinner party get-together, something like that. I don't really know how to approach this. It's been really difficult to like host a dinner party because everybody's got so much going on in their lives. I mean, I did spend 4th of July with my friend a couple days in a row, and I know that I'll be hosting Friendsgiving for sure. So there's going to be a couple get-togethers regardless. 1 video a month in Final Cut. I have not started using that. It's really convenient to use iMovie. It's just really easy. And I know Final Cut's a bit more tedious. I do want to try to get some videos, but I may end up changing that from 1 video a month. New external hard drive for Final Cut. I have not purchased that, which is also part of the reason I think I haven't stepped into using Final Cut. Money's been a questionable thing. Especially, that's why I wanted to come back to the money thing. So those 2 are kind of more on the back burner. They may not happen this year. And then 10 books was my goal to read this year. Now I've read 10 books. I'm on my 11th right now. 2 of them are rereads from previous years. I apologize, it's gonna get dark. It's getting ready to storm. So I'm trying to film this before it gets loud because the storms have been loud the last few days. I have 2 of the books from the new that I still have left to read. I usually try to stop reading books by October because we get into the holidays and there's just so much going on with baking and gift shopping and decorating and all those things that I try to stop reading. So I will finish these. I just kind of have been rereading more of like summer reads. So definitely on track with books. Let's see. Let's go back to money. We'll talk about this real quick and then I should be done. So money, the 3 goals that I had left, and we had updated these at the 3-month mark, was to replenish my long-term emergency fund. I wanted to do 7K this year. However, I lowered that to 3K. I don't know if this is honestly going to happen. There has been so much money going out for repairs and different random things that have popped up. And unfortunately, because there's more money going out than in, that savings is not growing. So I'm gonna leave it at the 3. We'll play it by ear and see where it goes, but I get the vibe I may not hit that. Same thing with the 1K in my short-term goal, or short-term emergency fund. That was set at 2. We lowered it to 1. No money's gone into it. Again, more's gone out than's come in. It's just been rough this year financially because I took that new role, which did cut my income back, which is fine. I still am very thankful for the job. I appreciate the peace and the less stress in my life. So that is like more than money to me. However, there's less opportunities for me to throw chunks in savings and build savings. And then with the repairs and money having to go out, that's just gotten real sticky. So we're going to have to play it by ear this year and see what happens. The other thing was to try and pay off, like, you know, I wanted to pay off half my car this year. I don't know where I'm going to be. I'm paying more than the minimum monthly every month. So I'm definitely paying more than it's due, but to hit 4K, I don't know if that's going to happen. But we'll see. You never know, because with me paying extra and lowering that balance every time, you know, there's less interest hitting it. So like I said, money is just one of those areas that I'm not going to change any of my goals. I think at this point, it's more, it is what it is. I'm going to do my best to try and achieve them, but I don't want to not be a positive, optimistic person, but I think there's a good chance that it may not happen. And realistically, like, I don't know. I have another bill that's going to start kicking in here in a few months, and that's going to make it even harder to save money. So like I said, we'll kind of just have to play that by ear. I think that's where we stand. You know, I'm on par with Faith. I'm on par with my health goals and life goals for the most part. It's just the money that's gotten tricky. But in the past, I've always been way on track with the money goals and then behind on everything else. So maybe it was just a year that I need to focus on those other things more than the money aspect. I don't think I'm going to change anything. I don't think there's any goals that I feel like I need to add right now. There's just some things up in the air that I need to kind of iron out, so to speak, and figure out what we can and can't do going forward. But hopefully this helps. It's always good to check in on your yearly goals, because if you're not paying attention to them or even looking at them, you're going to forget them and not do anything about them anyway. So it holds me accountable to film these every quarter, so at least I can keep myself paying attention on them. I do check in on them periodically. I have the list on my phone as well as my computer, so they're on the go. I hope you enjoyed a little checkup. As always, I do hope everyone has a blessed day.